today we're going to be talking about The Evil Within with my friend Steph, who is the survival horror champion of the world.
Oh, thanks.
So she will know a lot more than me about everything. I only watched her play the game, I didn't actually play it, so she's the more experienced gamer part of this, but I can definitely share my opinion as well. So we're just going to talk, lots of spoilers, be warned, spoilers.
Yes, spoilers will be in this video.
If you have not played it, do not watch this. But if you have, you get to enjoy this even more.
Yes. And if you agree, disagree, feel free to comment and start a discussion.
Dislike it, and share, because why not? It's Halloween soon.
This game is awesome for Halloween. It has the perfect mix, I think, of survival horror and the action survival horror that the Resident Evil genre has kind of changed to. Same creator as the original Resident Evils and Resident Evil 4, so it feels very much like Resident Evil 4. So if you like Resident Evil 4, you will like this game. We played through it in about 15 hours. It's very long for a survival horror, your first playthrough. Yeah, it was good. I really enjoyed the play style. I really enjoyed, when you're playing, you can upgrade your character and, upgrade his abilities and his weapon efficiency and whatever, so I thought that was really, really cool.
What did you think of the main character?
I thought he kind of sucked. I don't know, he's a survival horror brick, just kind of generally.
Sebastian is definitely a brick, and pretty much same with everyone else. Kidman was kind of a brick.
Yeah, Kidman didn't have any emotions at all. I think Joseph was probably the best out of the three.
Yeah, Joseph seemed to have some level of emotions, so that was nice.
He seemed, the most emotionally invested, even though he wasn't even the main character, so.
What did you think of the monsters or the villains?
I thought the Keeper or the Boxman was a Pyramid Head knockoff, but especially when you fight two of them at the very end, I thought that was kind of ironic, but...
Or it was an homage.
No, maybe, I don't know.
Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, he was kind of neat. I liked how he was able to, teleport. Like, after you thought you killed him, he, comes back, and you're like, fuck, and you gotta keep running, so I thought that was cool. I really hated the bitch with the legs. I just, I did not want to deal with it. Whenever she came up, I'm just like, fuck. I just kind of wanted to pass it to you, but I know you didn't want to do it. No. So I was just like, fuck, I gotta do this now. Villains were very just zombies. Nothing too special about them, really.
The bosses were probably the best part. Because, we see so many zombie games now and, zombie TV shows and movies that they aren't really scary anymore, but the bosses where they're all kind of screwed up looking creatures, they're definitely the scary element. Yeah. And the game was scariest, I think, at the beginning when you're being chased by Chainsaw Guy.
Yeah, and you've got no weapons. It's basically, it kind of brought me back to Haunting Ground and Clock Tower, where you've got to hide and run instead of fight, which I thought was really cool. But yeah, that was definitely, I feel, the most stressful episode, because I was just like, fucking shit. But it kind of slows down after that, but then it really picks up in the middle. So I really enjoyed Ruvik. I loved the chapter. He will just come out randomly throughout his mansion or wherever you're in. So that was pretty creepy. You were just kind of on edge during that episode. So
what was your take on the storyline, or lack thereof?
I don't know. I was kind of confused the entire time. I thought that we were building up to some kind of character realization for Sebastian, but it ended up just kind of being a letdown. There's so much building up for him, and I thought that there was going to be a big, oh god, Sebastian's part of it, but he's just there. He's just some fucking guy who's kind of just stuck in where he is, and
it's you're playing Ruvik's world basically the whole game, and that's what it comes down to. The world didn't collapse and start breaking.
Yeah, it was just all in his head basically. It was the world that Ruvik wanted or had.
For some reason, Sebastian had to wander through that world.
Yeah, and Kidman was kind of behind it or something. I'm honestly gonna say I didn't fucking get the story. The story makes no sense.
Because they were hooked into those machines in the bathtub or something.
Yeah. But after that, I'm just but why? I don't know. I don't know why. I'm just really confused.
But once they unplug themselves, they're back in the normal world.
Yeah. So at the end, he gets unplugged, and then we were watching a video of some guy's theory of it, and I think what ended up happening was Ruvik leaves through the Leslie patient guy, the guy who you're kind of following the entire time, which was kind of cool when I realized that that was what was happening, because it's like he's free now, which is kind of neat. But yeah, the storyline's very, very hard to follow, especially when you're trying to like dodge like enemies trying to kill you and stuff. There really isn't a whole lot of story, I find, but it's a fun game. Definitely worth a playthrough if you're interested in survival horror. There is a DLC where you can play as Julie Kidman, and you can also play as the Keeper, kind of like an Agent Hunt kind of deal. So
would you recommend this game at full price, or would you recommend that people wait until the price lowers a little bit? Because $70 is pretty steep.
I would probably wait. Like, if you really want to play this game for Halloween, then yeah, go ahead and get it. But if I had known that this is the kind of game it was, I would be willing to wait, I think. Drop down like maybe to $50, $40. But
so, and finally, what are some pros and what are some cons?
Gameplay is really fun. The enemies are really well done. The game is stressful. You will play this game and you will be stressed. It's challenging, which is good. I mean, a lot of survival horror games these days are really easy. It was challenging even on the casual difficulty, so that was good. I died about, 59 times? They do a kill count at the end. I died 59 times, so good on me. Cons, graphics were a little bit sketchy.
Yeah.
On the PlayStation 3 one. I'm not sure how the PlayStation 4 one's gonna turn out, but yeah, there were times where I'm just like, why is the floor still materializing while he's like walking? Like, it just, there was a little bit of graphical issues.
Like pixelation of the face and stuff like that.
Yeah, the graphics weren't great. I mean, they're good, but they weren't great. They weren't the best. Cons, story's a little bit lacking. I mean, I like a story that, you know, has some depth to it, and I feel that, like, I almost had to, like, I didn't know what was going on. Like, I had to, like, I like a deep story. I like a story where you have to kind of think about it, but I was just, like, I was totally lost. Yeah. I think that they could have done a better job with kind of explaining what was going on with the story.
It's like they got confused about what story they were trying to make. I feel like they were trying to pull in elements of Silent Hill, and then that didn't really work out, so they kind of went back to Resident Evil. And
it was weird. But, another pro, replay value. You can upgrade abilities, weapons, you know, how many items you can hold, which is like, I'm a completionist, so I'm going to want to get all those done, and I'm going to have to play it more than once to get all of the enough points to upgrade all those things, which I think is really good. I mean, there's also, if you want to challenge yourself, if you want to play through it for story on easy first and then kind of challenge yourself after that, this game will definitely deliver on that.
Also, one last thing, the trophies have
trophies.
awesome names.
Yes, they do.
The Master of Unlocking is a trophy that you can unlock, like Jill. And there's also one that's called Silent Kill, which is an obvious homage to Silent Hill. And there's a few others as well that kind of give out a nod to other survival horror games. Yeah.
And also, again, like, replay value for trophies. If you're a trophy hunter, then, I mean, you probably won't get them all on the first try. So, and there's also the locker area in your, like, safe haven, if you want to unlock all of those. So there's a lot of unlockables. There's a lot of replay value in this game. So I would say that's and another con, characters weren't great.
Yeah, characters bricks.
Yeah, weren't my favorite, but you know.
You can't win them all.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's our kind of review of the Evil Within. Too much Last of Us on my mind. For The Evil Within, it is a pretty good game. It's up to you. If you really, really love survival horror games and you want a gross game to play around Halloween, you should definitely pick it up.
Very gory.
But if you can wait a few weeks, a few months for the price to go down, then I would suggest doing that, just because $70 is quite the hit to take. But otherwise, it's a pretty solid survival horror game, and we do recommend it for people that love that genre.
I would also recommend, I mean, I don't have a PlayStation 4, so this was pretty much what I had to go with. If you have a PlayStation 4, spend the extra money to get it on the PlayStation 4, because I'm sure the graphics are a lot crisper and a lot cleaner. So I would recommend that to you. If you have a PlayStation 4, spend the extra $10 and get the, you know, upgraded copy.
Alright, well, thanks so much for watching. I'm Katie Fox, and this is Steph, my bestie, and we'll be back with another video soon. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Bye.